Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mack Flash Trivia. My name is François, and I will be your host for the next little bit. I'm up here, everybody. I'm up here. This is Mack Flash Trivia Live. Welcome, everybody, to Monday Night Trivia. My name is François, as I said, and I cannot wait to spend the next hour and a half with you guys. Thank you very much for joining me here today, and we're going to have some fun. We're definitely going to have a lot of fun. You got it. It's the signal. That's right. Like Pavlov used to ring bells for his dogs. I like to trigger your need for trivia by cracking a can of beer. I'm saying in the future, anytime anybody will, crack a beer, you'll reach for a notepad and a pen and just get ready to play. That's the hope. That's the dream. Let's get ready to play some Mack Flash Trivia tonight. How's this going to work? 3 rounds of trivia coming at you. 10 questions and a 15-question speed round in each round. I want you to jot down your answers at home. Keep track of them using your preferred method, whether it's a scrap piece of paper, the official form available in the description below, or maybe a word processor that you keep track of. Do not answer in the chat or comments, though. It is a bit of a competition. People got bragging rights to uphold, so we wouldn't want to spoil it for anybody. Speaking of which, no phones or web searches, of course, this being a knowledge competition, and the answers will be revealed at the end of every round, so you'll be able to mark yourselves and share your score as we go throughout the game. Most importantly, let's have some fun. That is why we are here, to have some fun together. Let's take a look at round number 1. And it starts like this. I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown off by the delay in the chat. People are still talking about the beer opening, and I'm thinking, man, I'm way past that. So hopefully everyone is in sync with me, and let's get started with round 1, question number 1. On what 80s and 90s television show would you find the character of Kevin Arnold?
Splendid fun, what? Quite giddy, sir. There've been a few knockers along the way, though. Knockers, sir?
What is going on here?
Haters, as it were.
It's not what I wanted to hear at all, and I'm gonna get a copyright strike. Oh, come on now. We got question number 2 coming up for round number 1, and it wants to know the following. During what decade was Scotch tape invented? The 30s, the 50s, or the 70s? Let's say hello to some teams that we've got over here in the chat. The Cheating Cheaters ready to cheat. Hello Mack Flash Mike, welcome back. Hello Jim of Z's here, and hello Z of Z's here, all the way in Cape Breton. Hello the hackers on their way home. Be safe, drive safe. Who else do we got over here? Looks like we've got the Christ Punchers, we've got the Naughty Hookers, the Dirty Schwa. Take a look at some more of those teams after question number 3 comes up right now on your screen. Although its actual origin is debated, experts agree that this size term was definitely popularized by the name of an African bull elephant purchased by Barnum and Bailey in the 1860s. Hello again to some teams. We've got Let It Ride hanging out here. We've got La Société de la Sneaky Sneak. Welcome, welcome. COVID Conmen reunited, and it feels so good. The Meat Spielers are here, and the Nacho Lovers are here again. We got the Hot Mess Express, and a debate whether the opening can was louder or my shirt was. Round 1, question 4. True or false, in chess, when a pawn reaches the other side of the board, it can promote to a queen, a rook, a bishop, or a knight. Round one, question number 5 is here, which means it is time for your first audio clip. And we're talking about the mashup question, of course, at question 5. A mashup is when 2 songs or more are fused together to make a new one, usually using the music of one and the lyrics of the other. In this case, we've got a very cool mashup, including 3 songs. So I want you to name the 3 bands/artists in this mashup for 3 points, 1 point each. Listen carefully. This melds 3 songs together.
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green, leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack, now my mom pimps a act with minks on the back.
Once again, name the 3 bands or artists in that mashup. Question number 6 for round 1 wants to know the following. In what field would you discuss the Maillard reaction? Cooking, pottery, or painting? Question number 7 coming up right now as I jam along to one of my favorite hits. Who played Chandler's father, Charles Bing, on television's Friends? Round 1, question number 8. If an earthquake measures 8 on the Richter scale, how much more powerful would it be than one that measures 4? Is it 2 times more powerful, 1,000 times more powerful, or 10,000 times more powerful? Question number 9 is here as we approach the end of the regular round and heading towards our first speed round, your picture round. But first, what English epidemiology terms comes from the French word for 40, because infected ships had to wait 40 days before docking at port? Epidemiology. That's very hard to say. What English epidemiology? I'm gonna have to practice that for next. Oh, wait, too late. How about a big thank you to Littlefoot Foods, again, our sponsor, our main sponsor. You know who I'm talking about. I talk about them all the time. Make sure you do check out their Facebook page for all of the details about how they are operating during this time of reintegration or reopening or whatever you want to call it. All I know is they are still doing curbside pickup as well, Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 3 p.m., where you can get their signature pierogies, cabbage rolls, and stuffed peppers. Make sure you visit their Facebook page, as I said, at Littlefoot Foods, or log on to littlefootfoods.com for the full extent on how you can get your hands on their products. Plus, you can probably pick up that shirt, that pierogi shirt, I bet you is still available. And 2/3 of the profits of that sales of that shirt go to charity. So that's a pretty great thing as well. Thank you, Littlefoot Foods. Much appreciated. Let's take a look at question number 10. Name these 3 Arnold movies. 1 point each. And there you have it. That is the end of the regular round for round number 1. 10 questions in the bag and a lot of points to be made on that one. We had a lot of 3-pointers in there for some reason or another. I just couldn't get enough. Couldn't get enough today. I've got your picture speed round coming up right now, and I think a lot of you are going to enjoy this one. It's called Disney Characters. Nice and simple. What I did is I found coloring book pages of characters so that hopefully the lack of color and context might throw you off a little bit, but otherwise I expect a pretty big slam dunk on behalf of most of you. You've got 15 pictures coming up for 15 seconds each, and all you have to do is give the Disney character's name. If you're ready, let's take a look at number 1. And there you have it, your 15 Disney / Pixar movie characters. Hello, microphone. I hope you were able to perform well during that picture round, and that tallied with your score in round 1. You'll have some beautiful scores to share in the chat once we are done looking at the answers, which we will in about 5 seconds. There you go. There they are. All right, here are your answers for round number 1. Let's take a look here and see which ones were multiple points. All right, so number 5, we were looking at 1 point each for every artist you got correct. And that was a mashup of Franz Ferdinand, Arctic Monkeys, and Notorious B.I.G. The Maillard reaction is in cooking. That's a fun one. That's what makes, anything when you from the reaction when you toast, and what makes bread and toast taste completely different. The actual act of toasting causes the Maillard reaction. Same as when you sear meat or sear a steak, and you get that different complex flavor that forms from the act of searing it. That's called the Maillard reaction. If you watch It's Alive with Brad, you would have heard that so many times. And the last one, 1 point for every movie: True Lies, Total Recall, and Kindergarten Cop. Yes, number 7. Yes. Sorry about the spoiler, but in Friends, turns out that his dad is then becomes transgender. So when he was a man when he was a young kid, when Chandler was young, but later on when he shows up on the show, the dad is played by Kathleen Turner. And yes, as was mentioned, some of these were definitely Pixar. I count Pixar as Disney. It is always just Disney Pixar, and I think I sort of do that. So, but yeah, I guess a valid point. I could have put some Muppets in here. Sure. I could have put some Stormtroopers as well, but not really what I was going for. Yeah. And there you have it. That is the end of round 2. Pictures and all of your answers. Let your scores go through the chat. Let me know what you got in this round. First round was worth 14. The second one is worth 15. So your score should be out of 29. We're going to take a short break right now, and we're going to come back at exactly 7:30, 7:30, or 30 after the hour if you're not in this time zone. I've got 10 more questions coming at you, and a fan requested or a fan suggested theme for the music round in the speed round for round 2. Let your scores go. I'll read some of them off, and then we'll be back at 7:30 or 30 after the hour with round number 2. Let's take a look at some of these beautiful scores coming in. 21 going to the Christ Punchers. Hot Mess with 16. 23 to the Cheating Cheaters. The Three Must Get Beers picking up 21 points. The COVID Con Men picking up 28 beautiful points. I'm curious to know, what's the one thing you did not get in that entire thing? Z and Cape Breton with 16. The Meat Spielers with 24. Let It Ride with 24 as well. Z, Jim of Z's here with 18 points. The Nacho Lovers, 14 points. 23. The Dirty Schwa with 18. And Duchess with 25. So do the Naughty Hookers. Good job, everybody. We'll see you back here in a few minutes with round number 2. Welcome back, everybody, to Mac Flash Trivia Live. My name is still François because the forms have not gone through yet. That's it. I got to come up with a new joke for that. Welcome back, everybody. We just have round 1 in the bag with all sorts of great scores, and the scores are all over the place. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone else does in round number 2. Don't forget, at any point, you can hit that like button and also share it with some people to bring more people into the game. As you fell in love with this game, others might as well, perpetuating the love and making this a grand old occasion for years to come. Oh, let's take a look at round number 2. I've got your question 1 coming up right about now. And it starts with a little something like this. Using qualifiers such as dark and light if needed, which 2 color families have only 2 properties on the traditional Monopoly board? Round 2, question number 2, your lucky question of the round. What does the term essential amino acid signify in relation to the human body? We're talking, of course, about the term essential. We got round 2, question number 3 coming up. What superhero appears in one way or another in almost every episode of Seinfeld? Round 2, question number 4. What is the weight unit equivalent to 1 cubic centimeter of pure water at the temperature of melting ice? Round 2, question number 5 is your next audio clip of the night. Sadly, we're gonna have to pause the Super Mario swimming level music. This is a backwards clip. I want you to listen up, nice and simple. I'm gonna play a clip of a song backwards, and all you have to do is listen and tell me, what song is this? What song is this? What witchcraft is this? What song did you just hear backwards? Looking for the title of that song. Question number 6 coming up for round number 2. Similar to a catastrophe, this word is based on the ancient Greek words for bad star because they used to blame calamities on unfavorable planetary positions. So looking for the word based on the ancient Greek words for bad star. Question number 7 comes up next for round number 2. Everyone is super focused right now. Gotta think, maybe these are great questions. How many blank tiles are there in a game of Scrabble? Round 2, question number 8. What is the common name for trimethylxanthine, aka matine, guaranine, or methyltheobromine? I thought I removed this question. Welcome everybody to the question I thought I removed. Brought to you by my terrible memory and lack of attention. Trimethylxanthine. That's how I should have pronounced that. Round 2, question number 9 comes up next towards the end of the round here. Better Call Saul is a prequel which tells the story of Saul and Mike. But what major Breaking Bad villain also rises quite literally on this show? I figured we had some geography before in some earlier shows. This one you may have noticed has a little more science in it, and also a little television to offset that science, just in case you were busy watching TV instead of studying chemistry. Thank you very much to Grass's Landscaping. Grass's Landscaping specializes in landscape design and build for any size job. They do property maintenance, spring and fall cleanups. Just remember, if it's not grass, just say pass. You can contact Grass's Landscaping at the number on the screen. And thank you very much to Bruce and Grass's Landscaping for all of your support in the past while, and this week included. Your next one is a chain gang. That's right, it's a puzzle, not unlike one you would find on Fridays at 8 at Seriously Trivia. Chain gang works like this. I'm going to give you 5 words on the next screen. The 3 in the middle contain blanks, and those are the ones you have to figure out. The trick is that you can use one word with the next to form a common expression or saying. For example, here we have Black Beauty, Beauty Sleep, Sleep Tight, and then Tight Spot. You're gonna have to do that on the next screen, so 3 possible points going to your team if you're able to get all of them, and it starts with this. Just give you a little more time there if you want to finish that up. All right, everybody, there it is. That is the end of the regular round for round number 2. That's right, 10 questions already gone. That went by really, really fast and quietly. Either I've scared you away or you're terribly focused because this is your week and you've got this covered. We'll have to see when the answers come around after this music speed round. A few weeks ago, I did post a thing where it's like, I don't know what to do, and people started dropping suggestion after suggestion for the different music rounds, which I absolutely love. And feel free to do that anytime by sending me a message on Facebook at MacFlash Entertainment. This is the one I chose to do, which I think we've done before in one way or another, but I brought it back and I've upgraded the emoji for this Emoji Fest music festival, where I'm going to be showing you 15 different bands written out in emoji form. All you have to do is take a look at the emoji and tell me what band am I referring to. Could be a band, could be an artist. I'll just put that caveat out there because of last time what happened. Everyone was expecting bands and most of them weren't. So in this case, I'm going to say band or artist, and they're all spelled out in emoji form. You've got 25 seconds per, and it starts, of course, with number 1. Get it? Get it? All right, well, hopefully you were able to get some of these bands, and even if you don't know them, hopefully you were able to just write down what sounds like maybe the name of a band or an artist that matches those emoji. You had 15 of them, 15 different bands or artists that you had to write down on your sheet, and yeah, that last one. I know. It's probably the best one of all of them. And the thing is, you all got it. Like, those who know got it, and those who didn't know, they had no chance anyway. So let's take a look at the answers for round number 2 right now with that second music speed round, sort of picture round as well. So a bit of a 2 for tonight. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take your scores, and we'll be back for round 3. I'm getting salty, yeah. Oh my god. I was still naming Pixar characters. Like, hey, if you got something to match, man, I think I might give you some bonus points if some work. Let's take a look here. We had 1 point each for number 1, where I wanted to know which properties or set of properties only has 2 cards or 2 properties on it. So we had dark blue and dark purple. Essential amino acids, as long as you wrote down something to the effect of the body cannot produce them and they must be in your diet. You need them to live, but your body can't make them, so you have to get them from the food you eat. Those are essential amino acids. Moving down the way, it looks like it's raincoat, coat, tail, tail, spin, spin, yarn was the last word. But of course you don't need to know that. You're just giving yourself 1 point for each of those 3. Why Hector and not Fring for number 9? Because I made a comment about him rising literally, as in no longer in a wheelchair and walking around. Also, I haven't made it that far into Better Call Saul, so yeah. Spoiler alert, I guess. All right, let me go back because people have questions here. What about 8? 8 was, yeah, that is exactly the right answer. I didn't mean to switch that question, but I was looking for something else. But that is the correct answer. All those words are basically synonyms or varieties of caffeine. So that's what that was right there. Okay, let's move on to your Emoji Fest. Welcome to Emoji Fest, where the bands are virtual. Therefore, we don't have to pay them. Yeah, I guess you could argue Gus Fring also rises from the dead. So I will give you Gus Fring. I will. I was just thinking about it some more. So anybody who wrote Gus Fring for number 8 or 9, you can have it. And of course, yes, number 8 was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not the Stop Fire Pimentos. This is my cover band in high school. Yes, Mike, I believe it is out of 13. We had the normal Chain Gang at the end for 3, and then the Monopoly at the top for 2. And I think those were the only extras. So yeah, that would give us a total of 13. Thank you. And welcome back, my friend. So just to be clear, it is walk the moon and walk off the earth. Those are two different, I think they're, I'm gonna make sure of this, but I'm pretty sure it's, yeah. So Walk the Moon is a band and Walk Off the Earth is another band. So this was obviously Walk the Moon, although he looked like he was running, but trust me, it's very slow. He's very slow in his progress. So yeah, go figure. In this day and age, no one could come up with two very different, they had to come up with two bands called Walk the Moon and Walk Off the Earth, and no one said, yeah, it's gonna be confusing. No, not at all, not at all. Let's give your scores in the chat, of course, as we do. Share with everybody. That is the end of round number 2. We got round 3 coming up in just a few minutes. We'll be back in 3 minutes with round number 3. Don't forget at question 3, it is also your shot of the night. So get that together during the break. Come on back. 10 more questions and another speed round coming at you for round number 3. And looking at the scores here, we got 27 for Vader, 22 for the Cheating Cheaters, COVID Conman with 27 again, only missing one answer, making me more and more curiouser by the minute. 3 Must Get Beers with 16 points, and the Naughty Hookers with a perfect round at 28. We got the Christ Punchers at 25. 17 for the round for the Nacho Lovers. And let's see here. 16 for Z's here. He was running. 21 for I forget your team name. The Z's get 19. 24 for Sam I Am. The Dirty Schwa with 18. Duchess with 23. The Hackers with 13. Back in 2 minutes with round number 3. We're back, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me once again on this beautiful Monday night for trivia. Don't forget to come back, of course, Wednesdays at 7 and Friday at 8 for the other live shows. Plus, I've got some pre-recorded quickies that'll be made available to you throughout the week, including tomorrow when we have our quiz about futuristic movies. Why futuristic movies? Well, that would be because we did a whole Mack Flash 5 episode about our top 5 futuristic movies, and we had to describe movies that have a fun depiction or an interesting depiction of Earth's future or along Earth's timeline. So it could be on another planet, but having to do with Earth's timeline. So some really cool movies came out in that discussion, which you will be able to watch tomorrow, and then do the accompanying quiz tomorrow night along with that. Plus, we've got a fun quiz coming out about metal music. So if you're into metal, Skrulnik, then that'll be the show for you on Thursday. So always a fun time happening over here at Mack Flash. So make sure you do, of course, subscribe to our channel as soon as you can so that you don't miss a single second. Speaking of not missing anything, let's get round 3 going on. Hey, what's up in the chat? There you go. We're back. Round 3, question number 1. At which point in your life would a gerontologist want to study you? The beginning, the middle, or the end? Gerontologist. Well, you guys are joking about the future in the chat, but if you are avid viewers of the Mack Flash 5, you may have noticed that last week was supposed to be futuristic movies, as per the announcement made. But here's the thing, we traveled to the future and realized that was a bad idea. So instead, we ran our top 5 movie experiences, bad and good, instead of that, and now we're ready. The future timeline has been restored, and we can actually do our futuristic movies tomorrow. So it was all planned. It was all part of a bigger plan. This archaic word for mental imbalance comes from the belief that insanity is caused by the phases of the moon. That is round 3. I was trying to make a joke about BB King, which was in the previous round, and nothing came up. My brain got all jammed up at the thought of the shot of the night. Coming up right now, it is question 3 for round number 3. Oh, this is that time of the night where we come together in an act of conviviality. I know I say it all the time, but one, it's a fun word to say. Try it yourself. And it means coming together in an act of togetherness, of joy, the joy of living, if you will. And every time this happens, we do a shot together. Whether it's whiskey, wheatgrass, or water, as I like to say, feel free to join us just for the togetherness of it all. I have got myself a shot right here. I'm still doing that Crown Apple. The bottle's still here, so I figured, hey, might as well drink it. It was free, right? Thank you very much to those who donated it, and this one goes out to all of you. Cheers, everybody. Soon, we're gonna have new shot glasses. Everyone's gonna, you get a shot glass, you get a shot glass, you get a shot glass, everybody gets a shot glass. Very soon. We're doing some good progress on the merchandising, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's take a look at your boozy question of the night. It's question 3. What alcoholic drink is made by mixing 1 ounce of brandy, 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of white rum, and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice? Is it called a Between the Sheets, a Death in the Afternoon, or a Blow My Skull Off? None of those are made up, by the way. These are all actual cocktails. Popular ones at that. Round 3, question number 4. Although sugar cubes will do it too, what commercially available candy is famous for its triboluminescence, meaning it creates a spark when you crush or crunch it in the dark? We got question number 5 coming up. It is your questionable cover of the night. It is not a shitty flute. I'll spare you 1 week out of 2. One out of 2 shows, shitty flute. After that, you got to let your ears rest a little bit, but not rest too much because this is questionable covers. After all, I want you to tell me this is a cover of what song. All you have to do is listen up to this wonderful cover I found online, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Tell me, what song is this?
Inside, flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is violent behind my back. Bottle is ready to blow.
Once again, this is a cover of what song? Looking for the title of that expertly covered song. Seems to be some unexplainable joy in the chat for some reason. I don't understand. Let's take a look at round 3. Question number 6 coming up. On what television comedy does Julia Louis-Dreyfus play a politician? So excited it's hard to breathe. Nice. Bring back Neil. Yeah, for those of you who missed that show, make sure you do go back and watch the episode from last Wednesday when we had Neil on playing our 15 clips, 15 different songs in a music speedrun. It was amazing. Free him from the Mack Flash dungeon, people say. Never. Until he writes me 15 more clips, he will stay in there, understood? But luckily, somebody else is writing me a round right now, and I cannot wait to show you guys. If you're a musician and you are interested in recording a music speed round for me, I'll find some way to, I'll find some way to recompense you, if you will. But that is much welcome. I actually got a message immediately after the show on Wednesday saying Neil did great. I want to do it too, and so we have another great music speed round coming up very soon, and I cannot wait to share that one with you as well. Let's take a look at number 7. When referring to dinosaurs, a pterosaur is the P is silent. Is the name for a reptile that can do what? I do see your request for 8-bit songs as well. That is a very good reminder for me. I'd almost forgotten that was one of the categories. rotate through the different styles so that it doesn't get stale, and I don't want to, repeat all the time, but it leads to me forgetting all the available options. So thank you very much for those reminders. I will do 8-bit very soon. Round 3, question number 8, true or false? The word soccer is a slang abbreviation using the middle of the word association from the sport's original name, Association Football. Question number 9 comes up for round number 3. There are 5 ships on either side of Milton Bradley's battleship. How many hits does it take to take down your opponent completely? Thank you to our final sponsor tonight, the Salty Dog in Amherstburg. If you have not been to the Salty Dog in Amherstburg, you are missing out. And you now have more chances to go because they are now officially open at noon every day. They used to open at 4 from Mondays to Thursdays, and then only open at noon Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But now no more with the new extended patio during the weekend and their existing patio during the regular time. You can definitely have your share of great craft beer, delicious food, and amazing pizza as well. So make sure you do check out the Salty Dog in Amherstburg, and when you go, tell them I say hi. Heck, I might be working behind the bar. Let's take a look at your final question number 10. Name these 3 waving people. 3 points coming at you if you can just name the people who are waving at you. And there you have it. That is the end of the regular round for round number 3. I've got one more speed round coming at you in just a little bit. Thank you very much once again for spending your time with me tonight. Don't forget to hit that like button at some point, and of course share it with your friend or share the entire channel with a friend. You can also just post it on your Facebook timeline. It just takes a second to post a link, hit that share button. You don't even have to write anything. Let people make their own mind about it. But as long as you show other people, they might see it, click on it. You're basically vouching for me at that point, and they probably trust your opinion very much. So that's very nice of you. We also have some merchandising news. It's almost ready. The store is almost ready to go. Adding some options right now of different merchandise and plans, of course. Writing down some ideas of different merchandise to come throughout, as the weather changes, for example. So make sure you keep track of that. And pretty soon, if you have a Fire Stick, an Amazon Fire Stick, you may be able to watch Mack Flash Trivia through that. So all sorts of fun stuff happening here. Make sure you subscribe and also visit us on Instagram and on Facebook as Mack Flash. Let's see, we got one more round here. Yep, we do. Oh, I think you're gonna love this one. All right, pretty sure you're gonna like this one. It's called Bars, Pubs, and Clubs. I want you to tell me the source for each fictitious hangout The source being, of course, it could be from a television show, from a movie, even from a book. So I want you to tell me, don't just write down TV, movie, and book, of course. Write down the source, so the actual television show, the movie, or the book that it is from. You've got 25 seconds per, 15 of them coming up, and it starts like this. Merlots. I should probably be reading these. Number 3, The Green Dragon Inn. I'm not saying you can't read. I'm just saying I have a job here. I should probably do it. Earn my pennies, exactly. You know. Number 4, The Snake Hole Lounge. Number 5, Dexter Lake Club. Number 6, 10 Forward. From what television show, movie, or book is this bar, pub, or club? Number 7, The Bar at Millyway's. Number 8, The Bada Bing. Number 9, The Hog's Head Inn. Number 10, The Winchester Tavern. I also would have not done very well, but I think so far I would have a solid 5 out of 10. Maybe 4. Maybe 4. Number 12, Patty's Pub. Number 13, Mos Eisley Cantina. Number 14, McLaren's Pub. And finally, number 15, the Emerald City Bar. These were all bars, pubs, clubs from movies, television shows. What movie, what television show? That's all you had to do. Hopefully everyone got just about the same amount right, and the scores will be nice and tight. It seems like a bunch of people gave up on this whole round. Well, they're not all for everybody, I have to say, but sometimes, you know, you hit those 5 or 6 that you get. Everybody gets that 5 or 6, those different ones. Scores even out. That's how it works in trivia. You don't have to get them all. You just got to get more than everybody else. Well, there you have it. That is your end of round 3, the end of the game as we know it today. Whew, that was a great Monday night, I got to say. I had a lot of fun with you guys. A very focused night, some pretty good speed rounds. And thank you very much, Tony, for those kind words. Let's take a look at the answers coming up for round number 3, after which we'll have a final little goodbye, a little salutation. And there are the answers to round number 3, the regular round. A gerontologist would want to see you at the end. Gerontology is the study of old age. Lunacy is an archaic word for mental imbalance, because they used to think you were crazy because of the moon. Between the Sheets is the name of the drink that we were talking about, very close to a sidecar, except with the inclusion of rum. Winto Green Lifesavers, if you just said mint Lifesavers or something to that effect, I will accept it. They have triboluminescence. If you crunch a Winto Green Lifesaver in the dark, do it in the mirror with your mouth open, and you'll notice little blue sparks. It's kind of cool. Yes, Weezer is back. I had to pick that one. I found a new source of questionable covers, and this one was it stood out. I had to take it. And for the last one, I want 1 point per person. Rowan Atkinson, Kyle Clifford, and Adele. And here are bar, pubs, and clubs. Don't kick yourself too hard when you recognize most of the movies or television shows here. If you weren't paying that close attention to the name of the establishment, I don't blame you. There's usually this pesky thing called a plot and characters and jokes getting in the way of these details. This is definitely a detail-oriented round, and so I expect equal results from everyone, except for those of you who are superstars at television and movies, of course. And here are the questions 6 through 10. That are the Speranos. The Speranos. They're like the Sopranos, but they're occasionally criminals. Not all the time. It's sporadic. They're the Speranos. It's The Shining again. Wasn't The Shining last week as well? Didn't I have it on Wednesday night? The Shining. Hey, you want to get sued? Well, there you go, my friends. That is the game for this week. Thank you so much for being here. As I said, a lot of stuff happening right now between the actual trivia that we put out on the channel, the episodes of the Mack Flash 5, plus we've got t-shirts and merchandise coming. We've got shot glasses on the way as well, and we are juggling all of those things to keep you guys around and spreading the word about Mack Flash trivia. For now, feel free to just share it on your timeline, pick your favorite quiz even, go through the channel, pick your favorite quiz, whatever topic it is, and then grab it and put it on your timeline. Share it with everyone on Facebook and say, here, this is what I did one time. It was a lot of fun. You guys try it out for 18 minutes. Whatever it is. That would do me and all of us a great favor. My name is François. I have been your host. It's been my pleasure to be here. I'll see you guys on Wednesday with another game of Mack Flash Trivia Live at 7. See you soon.